All right. It is Tuesday morning, and the Russians are bombing Ukraine, and the Feds are talking about interest rate hikes, and we are trying to make money. So, Bitcoin looks good. We had this trend line in over here. Let me just put it back so we can talk about it. This was the trigger on the daily that I said we could use as an early entry to try to get this pennant right here. This is a good daily pennant, but this is a pennant inside. Um, so we took it on the break. Actually, it was right here. There you go. We took it on this break right here, and then Monday we had this little pullback, but now it's pushing back up again, showing some strength, which is good. So we're getting rid of this line right there, and this is the pennant that we want to break, and we're just getting in it early. I mean, this thing could turn around, come down. Um, but we're trying to get in it early and see if we can chase this up. I'm probably going to take a little piece off right here and then see if I can get this baby to run a little bit and make a home run out of it. I mean, this was a nice return. The move I made over here wasn't too bad. You know, for 2 days worth of work, I really can't bitch about that move. Is it happening? Am I starting to fall in love with Bitcoin? I want to reiterate, this is not an investment, so don't go putting your lung into this. But it's developing great trading patterns, very predictable trading patterns, good orderly trading, and it works with my rules and my risk management. And as a swing trade, I could be a little more tolerant on its movements and be a little more creative as opposed to my short-term trading and my scalping trading, which I would have to adhere to some very strict rules. So anyway, if we look at it on the daily, if we drop this down to a monthly, um, this is a pennant line right here. I wouldn't be surprised if at one point before next year we're buying it down here again. And I'm going to look for it. And I'm probably going to get pretty aggressive if it dips down here, bounces off this line, gives me a good indication. Um, I mean, we could see another $20,000 drop in the event of a debacle, but we'll worry about that. That I would love. I would love to see that, and I would do it on a longer time frame. I'd probably get pretty heavy at about 25 and do that in a long term. But on the short term, let's focus a little bit, shall we? Shall we? I digress. Okay, so we're looking for a break on this pennant right here. If you didn't get into it and you're looking for an entry, because this is the daily, this is what it's doing today. Now you're just chasing the bad boy. I mean, it could turn around at any time, so I wouldn't take that trade. I would take a trade breaking this high right here, but if you didn't get in on this break right here, then at this point you're chasing it. But we could drop it down, and let's see how this works out for us. Um, it should swing over pretty quickly, I think. BT. Okay, what did I do? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So if we want to find something a little more short term to get into, it's nothing. It's just really there's no setup to look at. Let's take a look. See if we can find something on the 60. I mean, right now you could. I mean, here was a good flag to get into. This is a nice retrace. You could watch this next 60-minute bar, take it on the break here, put your stops. I mean, really, your stop should go right here, and hopefully it just runs away and you get into the trade. You should, at the very least, you should see this high, 43, 49. Yeah, I would probably do that. Watch it for the next hour or so. See if you can get in on that break right there. Let's see the. Oh, actually, you can get in right now. What's going on here? You can get in right now because you have a bull flag on this 240, and that's a long run, man. a 240 flag triggering, this should dictate what it's going to do for the rest of the day, and it'll probably push up to about this high. But if you enter here, and nothing's a guarantee, so I don't want the email. So I got in, I lost money. If you enter here, um, you can put your stop right down here. If this turns around and breaks that, that's a failed bull flag, and the baby's going to turn around. So if you're trading BTC, if you're trading the futures, if you're trading the coin, and I'm just trading the coin direct. Um, when I'm a little more comfortable with it, I'll trade the future, because then you're fighting time restraint as the market moves. But with the coin, um, I'm not so much worried about time restraints, and I could just watch the trading patterns. So so anyway, if you want, you could take it right here. You could enter right here based on this. Put your stop down here and play that, and you should push up the rest of the day. You should expect it to move up the rest of the day. It may come up and touch that 45. That would be nice. If we get a break of that 45, I didn't really look at what my targets are, but let's take a quick look at that. I'd say 51 400, 51,400 would be my first target, and then 53 200, and then 55 790. Let's see how good we are. This is actually going to be fun because it's my first Bitcoin trade, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. But again, man, I don't want to hear this shit about it's the next gold, it's the next currency. Too soon to tell that. And if anybody remembers going through 2005, 2006, 2007, you'll understand what I'm saying. The US currency was questioned, right? The viability of the US or euro was questioned, okay? Um, they were shutting banks so that they weren't run on banks and things of that nature. What do you think is going to happen to Bitcoin if we have another financial debacle like that? Everybody's going to cash out. That's the bottom line. This thing is going to plummet. All digital currencies, and they may swing into a U.S. currency because it's backed by the U.S. government or euro or something like that. And gold is a layup. I mean, yeah, gold is going to be gold. It's tangible. And then bullets, man, and that's what people were buying. People were buying bullets. Um, so don't don't put the ranch in this. But as far as trading, man, it's developing an excellent trading pattern. It's showing good orderly trading. It has great momentum. The moves are nice. You could make money. So it's not a buy on dip concept, right? A buy on dip concept is good companies. They dip, you buy them, you forget about them for 20 years. I wouldn't do that with this, but definitely trade it. All right, that's enough because I know a couple of you guys are going to beat me up for saying negative stuff. There we go. S&P. S&P. I'm not chasing it. It's running. I'm going to let it run. I'm looking for a pullback before I take positions. I'm talking longer term, not my short term trades. This could be a topping pattern right here. We might get one or two dojis, and then this thing turn around. It could also work as a flag. I mean, for me, traditionally, we get this strong bar up, then a lower high, and it would be an inside bar, and then maybe another lower high inside this bar, and then a flag. So, I mean, that's theoretically, I guess some traders will call that a flag. For me, that's not a flag, but it's a retrace and a break at that high. I'd be interested in. But I'm expecting. We were up about 8 last I looked. I'm expecting a couple of days like that, and then a retrace on this move. So many lines in this chart. It's getting hard to tell what's going on here. So, yeah, I'm expecting a retrace back to like 4,300. I'd like to see how it retraces too. If they're not as violent, um, I'll be a lot more comfortable with the trading. Yeah, 4,300 looks like a good number. 4310, 4305. So that's what I'm watching for right now. And if we get that 4310, 4305, that'll be good and healthy. That sets us up for a good move up. It'll give us a higher low. So right now, I mean, we could be doing a trend reversal, right? Because we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a higher low, right? Which we could actually consider all this the higher low. Now we're making a higher high. So that what you need is a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and that puts us back into an uptrend. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. So that's what we're looking at, kids. And let's take a quick look at oil. Here's energy, right? Is that energy? Yeah. Here's energy. Um, yeah, it's ripping. Okay. So what I'm looking for, see, we're getting this little bit of a divergence right here. What I'm looking for is a double top. I want to see this thing top out one more time, and then I'm going bearish oil long term. And I think oil's going to settle out. That's what I'm looking for. And I find that to be the case with the precious metals. And it looks like metal's putting in the double top, but I'm not getting executed on the trade. I got to take a look at that. Maybe I have to raise my stop. So this looks like it's putting in the double top. And long term, like I said, I'm looking for these things to settle back down. So I'm going to get bearish on these things. And this is just my view technically and the economy. Wheat, I have the same feeling. I don't know if this is really going to push up, but I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to catch some cheap puts. Actually, that's how I'm playing it short. Catch some cheap puts, and then go long term on those things. Nothing crazy. Just it's not an investment philosophy. It's just it looks like an obvious play to make money. I'll put a few bucks in it this time next year. I'll use it to throw a party. So that's it. We don't have much going on in the news. We got a bunch of feds talking, but that's about it. And we'll just keep our eye open. So I'm going to be streaming today at about 9:15. So make sure you hop on and do that. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. That goes a long way. I really appreciate it. You could hit up the PayPal account if you want to support the channel. You could do something on Cash App, and you could tip us on Twitter. Everything is in the descriptions. Just have at it, and I'll see you guys at 9 o'clock.